I would still be the best salesman at Carrara Markets if I didn't learn this skill. So I started at the markets first weekend out of school, right? And I brought these consumer electronics off Alibaba, rocked up the first weekend, had no idea how to sell it. I had to learn the skill of how to sell these products because I brought them, all my money's in it, I don't have anything else. The only way was to sell my way out of the problem. In doing the courses and learning the skills and applying it week on week, getting better and better. Eventually, where I could get to a point where I could spruik, I could get a crowd, I could get this excitement. And this is where I really learned that first principle. People didn't buy a product, they were buying a feeling, a state, an emotion. I could generate it inside myself and transfer it to the customer. Booyah. I was making money. But what I realized is that I was what I was called dancing bear business. Now, there's lots of dancing bear businesses. You only get paid if you go to work and you dance and put on the show. Now, like a plastic surgeon is a dancing bear, or a doctor or a lawyer, is that only when they're there putting in the time do they get paid. To actually build a business bigger than that, you actually have to build systems and process and scale beyond that. And one of the things and why so many of us get stuck in this point of the dancing bear is because you feel so significant doing it. You become very good at that one skill. So you get so much praise and feeling of identity from doing it that you want to keep doing it. For example, when I would first get it, I've got to train someone else to do it. And I would give them a go trying to sell. It was like this digital camera at the markets. And they'd be like 3 words in, I'd be like, oh, stop, you're butchering it. And I'd just jump in there and do the sale. And I eventually realized if I keep doing this, I'm just going to be at the markets forever. Because if I can't teach this skill and I can't train someone else to do it, I can never grow beyond this. If you really want to learn a skill, try teaching it. That's what gets you to unpack the real principles that sometimes just through practice becomes unconsciously competent. You don't even realize how you do it. Just like some basketballer that's naturally talented has no idea how to explain it. You can do that with a skill. If you unpack it and you can teach it, then you can transfer it. And that's what I realized is once I could transfer it, got them to be 60% as good over time. And then I could have one going here and one going in Brisbane and then one at Currumbin and one here. And then I had 4 people going at 60%. I could sit at home and I would make more money than if I was just the dancing bear selling at Carrara Markets. That's how you build and grow a business. Even when we had our first store at Culture Kings, I wanted to jump in there, get the fuck out of the way, let me sell every sale. And then it was like, okay, I need to build this system, teach the salespeople, unpack it, do it myself, and then pass it on. I did this through learning Facebook ads. At the start, it was like, oh, what do I do? But then I was like, no, I'm going to understand every column, every click on it. What does this do? Understand it, test and learn. And then I could unpack the system and then hand it off. And I would do this process throughout, especially when someone's struggling. Everyone's like, how do we do it? And you just step in and get the fuck out of the way. Let me handle it. Boom. And you solve it or you make it happen. It's a very addictive feeling, but you have to be careful. It's a trap. If you want to build something that will last and you want to evolve above a dancing bear, you have to learn to unpack the skills and teach. Usually a lot of the time, if you can get them 50, 60%, the model still works. It creates and it grows. But if you're a dancing bear, your ego is getting in the way.